everybody, and welcome to my channel. Yes, this is Wanjiro from Kenya to Japan, and I am currently working in Japan as an English teacher, and I'm so excited to be sharing my journey with everybody. And if you're a teacher and you're probably looking to move abroad, move to Japan to teach English, kindly scroll down. You'll find a video we have done about a topic about recruiters in Japan, and with that video there are links where you could actually apply and try your luck. As I always say, every year, actually every season, summer, winter, spring, employers are always looking for new teachers because they're probably teachers who are not renewing their contracts and they're going back home, or they're transitioning. So yeah, it's always good to try. Yeah, keep trying. And if your dream is to come to Japan, that's possible. Yes, I'm here to tell you it's possible because I waited 2 years. Finally, my dream came true. So I'm excited today to talk about a very important topic. Mental health is very special to me, and I want to talk about ways you can prepare if you're coming abroad, because most of the time we tend to prepare physically by buying the right things, having the right, just basically the physical part of the preparation, and we forget the psychological bit of it. And why is it important to prepare? If you're coming from Kenya, Kenya is a third world country, and you're coming to Japan, Japan is a first world country. There's a whole lot of difference. There are a lot of things that are very different, and these things can actually affect your mental health. So it's very important to be psychologically prepared. And also remember that you're leaving a familiar space and you're coming to a place where you totally know nobody. So it's very important to really prepare so that you don't get affected, you don't get depressed, and you don't find yourself regretting the decision. So, and that's why this video is for you. If you're looking to moving abroad, this is the best time to prepare yourself. And if you're already abroad, let's talk about things we can do to be able to adjust. Okay, so if you haven't watched my previous video, I would kindly advise you to go and watch it, because I've talked about things that might actually affect your mental wellness when you move abroad. So, and I promise I'm going to do another video on how you can actually adjust, and things you can do to be able to adjust, and that's what you're going to talk about. So let's talk about moving abroad and preparation. Yes, one thing that's very important when you're moving abroad, it's very important to psychologically prepare yourself, and it's very important to just kind of think about how, what are the things you're going to do to prepare prior to traveling, so that when you travel, you already you're psychologically prepared to better adjust. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, first, moving abroad has 3 stages. Yes, 3 stages. There's a honeymoon stage. Yeah, we're just getting to that marriage, and you're off to the honeymoon, and you're like, oh, life is too good. Yeah. And then after the honeymoon, of course, you have the honeymoon ends, and then you come back to reality. Yeah. Now, that's the same thing with I mean, I couldn't get a better comparison, but yeah, there's a honeymoon stage. Honeymoon stage is excitement. Oh, I can't wait to go there. I can, you're really excited. Of course, you're excited. And of course, if it's your first time to travel abroad, the excitement of boarding the plane and leaving Kenya. I have friends who say, once I leave Kenya, I am not coming back again. But baby, if you don't prepare yourself psychologically, you might find yourself going back to that Kenya. Anyway, I don't want anybody to have to regret their decision of moving abroad. So let's talk about it. Now, 3 stages. So the honeymoon stage is excitement. Yes, you're very excited. You're really just fantasizing and even dreaming about this new place you're going. And of course, it's like, it's a new lease of life. You want to just start a new life abroad. That's of course exciting. The same to when you come here, you're excited to try out the new food, the new everything, and just be excited. You're all excited. Yeah. Then there comes to the second stage is I don't know what to say to call this stage, but I call it the reality stage. And this is when actually reality really hits you hard, that, oh, okay, maybe abroad is actually not what I really expected. Or you start, the excitement has come down, and you now you know, in a reality you realize, oh, I'm actually alone. Everybody is back home. I'm actually so far away from home. You begin to actually miss things you used to do. You actually realize, oops, I don't have friends. Oops, um yeah, that reality stage actually comes, and you're like, wow. The weekend comes sometimes, and you're like, what do I do with myself this weekend? Yeah, because probably back home, weekend is busy, you're going to events and you're doing stuff, you're hanging out with friends. But really, you're like, wow, who do I go out with? Hmm. Then you realize, oops, people don't speak people speak a different language. Then you're like, oh, you're trying to figure out how to cook the food here because it's very different and you don't have what you're used to. And then, oops, the weather. Oh, there's winter and you're not used to. So this reality stage, actually everything just now begins to, begin to experience everything, and everything just everything just becomes so real. Now that's a reality stage. And then now, at the reality stage, of course, it's this reality stage can be a bit depressing, because some people actually get to point where they regret, and they start thinking, oh, maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have, maybe I should. So, and sadly, many people who are not very good with change, they tend to actually give up. Yeah, many people give up. Many people, I've seen people go to even the US, Australia, and Canada, and they end up just going back because the reality is too real for them that they're not able to adjust. But now, after that reality stage, there's the adjustment stage. Yeah, this is when you actually find your way around things. Yeah, this is where you actually, learn to fit into this new setup, this new country, city, culture. You find begin to create your life around everything. You adjust with a new language. You find a way of, finding things, finding movement and all that. Yeah. And the thing is, if you're patient to go through these three stages and get to the adjustment stage, then you'll be so good. Yeah, you'll be so good, because life will begin now to, you begin to be happy, to find, to just find your excitement, and just find your new you. Yeah, because we don't we are already, you know out of the familiar stage, and we are creating our new self. Yeah, and we are finding ourselves in this new space and living life. Yeah. So now let's look at some of the things that actually, some of the ways you can be able to adjust better, and for our mental health as well. Now let's look at number one, how you can prepare yourself before you actually travel. Number one is you consider your reasons for traveling abroad. Yes, of course, you're traveling abroad because it's a better opportunity. It's a new experience. Maybe some of us, you're looking for a new beginning because of, whatever reasons you may have. So consider your reasons. What are your reasons? And if you're able to answer that question, this is my goal, this is my reason, then you will not give up. Yeah, maybe it's you have a child or children, and you want to give them a better life. Maybe you want a new start, and you probably where you're coming from is a place of frustration, pain, and you're really looking for a new space and a new beginning. Maybe you're looking to invest. Maybe you are looking to, to be financially stable. Whatever your reason is, whatever your goal is, that goal will keep you. We are perfect reminder of why you came abroad. Now, the other thing is, well, okay, of course, you also remind yourself how being abroad helps you. Yeah, so staying focused is very important. Now that's the first thing. Now the second thing is research about your destination before you leave your country. Please research about your destination. I had to read a lot about coming to Japan. I had to check a lot about weather. What do I need to pack? I think that's very important because again, you have to check, especially because I was coming in April. I had to check, oh, what's the season in April? I had to check what are the shoe size, because Japanese women are a bit smaller. So the shoe size they have, their numbers, I'm number 7, their number 7 is really small, so I can't fit. So I had to shop for shoes. Yeah, and also had to, just check, where I'm staying, my house. How do I need, what's the means of commuting? Am I going to be walking, or because if I'm walking, and I bring high heels, that's gonna be so tiring. So I had to get comfortable too. So researching is very important. Whether the kind of food, what yeah, basically researching about the place you're going is very important. Also researching about what you need to bring is very important for sure. And also one of the things that also is very important is please research about the do's and don'ts of the place you're going. Yeah, if it's Japan, please research what are the do's and don'ts. Again, this also helps you to know packing, because there are things you're not allowed to pack when you're coming to Japan, like medication. You're not supposed to pack that, and I think food or meat. Yeah, I think cooked food. But yeah, you can bring your tea leaves, because I brought my tea leaves. I brought my hair products and all that. So I need to do a different video on what to pack and what not to pack. But for today, let's stay focused on how we can best prepare ourselves. Now, again, as you research about your destination, research about etiquette. Yes, like I have said previously, in Japan, you should show you, if you have a tattoo is seen as something strange here. And so you need to know, if you have a tattoo, you need to figure out how to cover it. You need to know how to dress in your profession as a teacher. You're supposed to cover up. Like, I can't go to class like this, or even actually out. I can't go like this. So this is just for the house and for the videos. Yeah, so there's a way you dress as a teacher. You're supposed to be decent, long, nothing above your knees. So it's very good to know these things, so that you don't find you've come and you can't find your size. Because again, I realize it's also hard to find if you're a bit bigger. It's hard to find your size, because again, remember, the women here are smaller. Okay, good. Now it's very important to research. Yeah. Now the next thing is, as you leave home, try and have a plan. Yeah, try and have a plan, especially a routine. Now that you're leaving home, have a plan, especially with the people back home, family, and plan on when you're going to call them, how you're going to communicate, and because that's very important. And again, if you have children, I talk about children because I have a son. It's very important to let them know when you're going to come back. I find that if you leave it open and you don't tell them when you're going to come back, that can be very frustrating for them, because they have nothing to look forward to, and they leave thinking they've been abandoned. So it's very important to have a plan on when you're going to come back. Or if you're planning on getting them and bringing them with you abroad, maybe at a later date, then it's very important to let them know that. Yes, children, really children, it's good. And also just keep communicating regularly. And sometimes even doing some things, if you're able to do something, read them a story, or just read them, pray with them, read about the Bible for them. If you're a Christian, that really helps to keep and stay connected with the children. And for family, yeah, find a way of just keeping in touch. And now, again, apart from having a routine with the people back home, also when you come here, have a routine. Try and have your own personal routine here, because you find that sometimes you have so much time to yourself and you don't know what to do, and of course you don't know where to go, who to hang out with, and that can be a bit frustrating. So personally, I love to wake up. I have a I do my workout, I do my breakfast. I already know what I'm gonna have for breakfast for throughout the week. And then I do workout, I do my Bible study and prayer, and I talk to my loved ones. So that helps me to kind of have I know already know how my mornings are going to look like, my evenings. So that really, really helps you to not just wake up and you're like, what am I going to do today? Yeah, that can be a bit depressing. So it's really good to have a plan. And the next thing is, uh, okay, yeah, I think having a routine is very important also for your work, and also have a routine for your weekends. Yeah. So if you really, excuse me, if you can be able to just define what you're going to do every weekend, because weekends are come and you're like, oh, from Friday to Monday, what do I do? Yes, of course, you're going to clean, you're going to cook, but you find that, yeah, you can't, you want to watch movies, but you can't do that every other weekend. You also want to just go out or maybe do something. So if you can be able to plan, go sightseeing either once a month or, around your area. Japan is really nice and beautiful, so there are many things to do here. You can go down the river. There's a river next to my house, and just sit there, or you can go shopping, or just go see around. I think that's very important. So the other thing is yeah, actually that's actually the next thing is plan adventures and activities. Yes, do plan to be adventurous. If you can, maybe enroll to a gym or dance classes, or actually learn the language, like Japanese language. Please do enroll. I love Japan because there's the city hall around every city. They actually every area they organize Japanese classes, and they also have events and activities for foreigners living around. Like just the other week we went to Iwamura. If you haven't watched that video, please watch. Yeah, and I like that because I'm able to meet with other foreigners, and they just share experiences. How has it been? How long have you been here? Yeah, and there's so many activities happening. Yeah, so plan some be adventurous. Yeah, don't just go to an I know we are always so focused on saving money or saving for the next thing, but it's very important to love yourself a bit, and just be adventurous, see around, experience, immerse yourself into the culture and experience Japan. Okay, then, okay, I said Japan, but yeah, this can be any other country or any other place you're moving to. Now the next thing is yeah, of course, I said schedule time to talk to your family and friends. Yes, it can be so easy to really lose touch with your friends when you move abroad, because some friends will be like, oh, you've gone, I probably have no use for you now that you're not here. But there are those friends who really mean a lot to you, and you don't want to lose touch. It's really nice to try and keep in touch and just check on each other. And yeah, that's really very important. I know it's sometimes tough to stay connected, but yeah, please do. And I always actually I try my best to to talk to my friends, and do stuff together. So I think that's very important. And the other thing is yeah, try connect to other foreigners and in your area, okay, or in your city. Try. I think since I came here, the foreigners here have been so supportive. I actually just went to Facebook and checked teachers in my area, and I found a group, and I chatted with some, and and I've actually chatted with one, and they told me more. They really helped me, even getting some of the house stuff when I needed to furnish my house. I actually got a lot from the teachers around here. They also plan events and meetings, and have attended some of them, and really it's so nice to meet them and to hear, to just hear their experiences. And they're also very helpful, like when I need to go somewhere and I don't know, they're always very there to help. I also remember I met in the supermarket. I was stuck and stranded, and when you're new, everybody will definitely know because of how you're trying to look at what is this. Because in the supermarket, everything is in Japanese, and you're like, trying to figure out what it is. And this lady from France, she saw me and she came and she said, "Hey, are you new here?" And I said, "Yes, I just came last week." And she said, "Oh, that's nice. What are you looking for?" And then, of course, she also told me, "Oh, there's a group we have for teachers and foreigners around here. Would you like to join?" And she took my number. She added me. Actually, she also actually went with me one time. We went out. She said, "Let's go out for sushi," and I was excited. And I felt really nice to talk to someone who speaks English, because you don't come across people who speak English all the time. And anyway, I have also met Kenyan friends. Again, it's really nice if you can try and look for people from your country who are around, maybe not even in the city, but in the country. Because I met a Kenyan friend and Uganda and Malawi friend, and this friend had been so good. They've been really helpful. And also, apart from that, I've also met Japanese friends. Sometimes we hang out, and I think that really helps me to adjust now. But of course, the after the honeymoon stage, for me, the reality stage was really real, because you're like, yeah, you're excited, you have a good job and you're happy to be here, but you miss everything about home, the people, the love. You miss all that, and there are times you just feel that loneliness. Yeah, as much as you keep in touch, you miss the people. Yeah, but again, as I said, stay focused to the goal. You have a goal, and yeah, have that goal and remind yourself why you are here, and just keep going. And now, what I always say, coming abroad is not just for me. I always say it's not just for me, it's for other people. It's for me all, and for everyone else, because when I share this information, someone gets help, and they're probably looking for an opportunity, and this becomes an opportunity. So I always say, if God is going to use me as a destiny connector for anyone, then praise the Lord. Yeah, because I know there's a reason why God opens these doors for us, not just for us, but for our families, for our friends, and for you all who are here. If you go to that video and get the link, apply for that job, and you get a job, that will be my joy. I will know, wow, yeah, that's why God opened this door for me, not for just for me, yeah, so that I can be happy, and but it's also for someone else to be helped. Yeah. Now, the other most important thing you can do to just help yourself adjust, and also just be in a very good mental state, health state, is celebrate your small wins, celebrate your success, celebrate yourself. Sometimes, as I said, we are so focused on sending money back home, helping everybody, saving for that goal you have, maybe to buy a house, or just whatever it is. And sometimes we really deny ourselves the happiness, we deny ourselves the joy of living, and just just enjoying yourself. So please remember to celebrate your small wins. Celebrate yourself when you learn a new language, when you're doing better at your job, and people say, "Oh, that's really good." Yeah, and people say they basically, what I'm saying is, celebrate your small wins. Now, that's what I actually wanted to share about how you can prepare yourself mentally when you're coming abroad. And as I say, you can never be prepared enough. You can never be prepared enough. But the secret is, you need to be very flexible when it comes to change, because a lot of things, you'll experience this is a huge transition, and a lot of things happen while change happens. You go through a lot of things, but be flexible enough. Yeah, learn to adjust and move on. Learn to adjust as fast as possible, because you're dealing with a job, you're dealing with yourself. But if you're flexible to change, then it will not be so hard. It will not be so hard. Be a fast learner. Be a fast learner, because you find there are many things you will have to learn. There's the culture shock which you'll have to deal with. I'd have to do another video about Japan and culture shock, because there are a lot of things a lot of mistakes I did when I came to Japan, but I had to learn through those mistakes. And yes, that's another thing. You make mistakes, but learn through the mistakes, and learn quick. and move on to the next stage. So I hope this was helpful. And yes, as I say, if you're really facing a mental health challenge because of the moving abroad and adjusting, please do reach out. I'm always happy to talk, to call, and to just share from my own experiences and just openly share, challenges I have faced and how I've been able to overcome. But the most important thing is, please do your research. Do your research about the do's and don'ts of where you're going to. And as I have said, uh, just have a plan. That's very important. Okay, if you're living abroad and probably have gone through, these challenges, please share. How did you adjust? How did you cope? Because that's very important. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. And thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, till next time, take care and God bless you. Bye for now.